Welcome to the Pentaheart Reforged SMP, where everyone starts out with 5 hearts, and through the power of heart containers, you can gain an additional 5 hearts to bring you back up to the total of 10. I am RayneofKalamity, and this server has been going on for a while, but as you can see, I only have 5 hearts because I have not made a single heart container. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to. I kind of want to play with the challenge of 5 hearts, which has been a bit rough. I'm being honest with you. I'm used to crunching. I'm used to crunching hard, and 5 hearts says, nah, sit down. But this server has been live for about a week, 2 weeks. A lot has been done. I hadn't intended on making a series, but I kind of wanna bring you guys along. So today we do have quite a few things we gotta do. This is currently my base setup. I have not done a whole lot. I've been clearing out a bunch of trees, trying to get some things started, but we need to start making some actual farmage. So today we are going to be making a honey farm and a mud farm, and then I think we're going to plan out the base, because I do know what I actually want to do here. I know what I want to build, and we'll get into that as soon as we start planning. But for now, this honey farm over here is it's just not cutting it. You're doing great. You're doing great in there, sweetie. You're doing great. I just have to do it by hand, which makes it very slow, and I need a lot of honey blocks. Alright, so I have cleaned up our little bee farm, and I have collected everything we need to make the honey farm by Shulkercraft. We are making a smaller version of this because it is a temporary farm. Personally, I don't like seeing redstone farms. I know a lot of people do, and they are great works, and they are magnificent, but I am weird, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm a builder. I want to make everything look nice and pretty and aesthetic. So we are going to be building this as a temporary farm. Same with the mud farm. But currently we have almost everything we need. We probably need more glass bottles, which I have. Some glass smelting. I don't want to convert everything to bottles until I know exactly how much I need. In fact, we are scaling down. But we also need about 16 hoppers, I do believe, for my scaled down version. So we are gonna break down some iron ore because we don't have an iron farm yet. There is a server-wide iron farm. I just can't be bothered to AFK it. I'm not an AFKer. As somebody that plays hardcore, the idea of AFKing scares me. I'm like, I'm gonna die when I'm not paying attention. So I just don't do it. And that is not going to change here. So let's get to breaking these down. Alright, so we made just over 3 stacks. Very excited about this. Okay. 16 hoppers later, and we are ready to make a farm. Let's go. All right, and that is our temporary farm done. And yes, I did watch from the tutorial because I'm not good at redstone. I'm learning. I'm a fledgling redstoner. I am not good at it. So I did watch from it. I will be linking Sugarcraft's video in the description down below, but we already have this. It's already working. I didn't realize I had that on here. I would like some more bottles for this. We got our first one. I put the bottles back in. So we are off to our next project. We need a lot, and I mean a lot of mud. We're gonna need so much mud. It's criminal. Absolutely criminal. However, I don't have any more glass bottles, and we are gonna need glass bottles for the mud farm. Obviously, so it can dispense water bottles onto the dirt. So I'm gonna go to the desert, and we're gonna... Well, actually, I gotta figure out where the desert is, and then we're gonna go, get sand. We need lots of glass. I tend to work with a lot of glass, so these bad boys get to come with us. Okay, this is the weirdest desert I've ever seen. It took me quite a bit to get here, mostly because I don't have rockets. There's no portal here, so we're probably gonna set up a portal, and we are gonna fill all of our shulkers. But this is a badass desert. 1, plains. 2, temple. 3, badlands. Like, bro, what the hell? A little overwhelmed. Anyway, let's get to sand collection, shall we? Let's go! Alright, after a great deal of sand collecting and nether highway connecting, which unfortunately I didn't record that. It was pretty late at night. I just wanted to get it done. We are now connected to the desert and the badlands slash mesa, whatever you call it. And I have been smelting a lot, and I mean a lot of sand into glass. I've been filling the bee farm mostly because when I came back, my bee farm was broken. There's a bunch of honey in the droppers instead of in the collection system, so I've been doing that, but I also made sure to collect just enough or the right amount for our mud farm, which we'll be doing here at the end of the episode, because I feel like that's something I'm just gonna go mindless on and just power through. Even though we don't have enough dirt, dirt is the one thing we don't have enough of, but I have a feeling we will get a lot of dirt once we start planning out our base here. Which I think after a quick sleep, as it's getting dark, we'll get to. So let me just give me a second. Hold on. Give me a sec. Excuse me, sheep. All right. After a beautiful, restful night, I think it's time we start planning out our base. I'm so excited for this build. It's more within my comfort zone, but pushing my comfort zone, if that makes sense. If you watch me over on twitch.tv/RayneofKalamity, you know I work with a lot of color, and that's me pushing myself out of my comfort zone. We're building a bright, beautiful, colorful, modern city, and this is none of those fucking things. This is none of them. Absolutely none of them. That idea, whatever you see over there, get rid of it. It's not happening here. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be gloomy. It's gonna be overgrown. Well, okay, the overgrown part that's still sans. But I'm a crazy plant lady, so fuck it. It's gonna be overgrown. It's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be fantasy. We're building a witches area in a swamp. We're doing it. We're doing our own mangrove style swamp biome with some dark and gloomy gothic thingies, I think. I don't know how to describe it. I see it in my brain. I need it. So, sorry, that got a little intense. My bad. You good? You good, bro? Okay. All right. So, what I have in mind is I want to start on this side. I want to bring the hillside down. Hi fish. Bring the hillside down and kind of mask off this area a little bit more. Make the opening a little smaller, but I want to create a new one. Because I want this to slope down with the mud. I'm thinking we go here, here. By the way, please keep in mind, I usually don't plan. I usually just start slamming in blocks and hope for the best. So I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone by planning. And yeah. I want like a weird cave entrance and then a tower on top right here. And then we'll do other towers and little areas around here. We're gonna have to come up with a cool design for the portal because right now it's just leaves. Which is like, that's cool, bro. But like, not really. So let's make a cave mouth and hope for the best. That seems like a good cave mouth, because then we'd have like a muddy hill come down here, maybe put some trees on it. Same with over here. And then I'm thinking when you walk in, there'll just be a super smelter straight away, get in, like embedded into the wall. We can have this come out and around like over here. I think I want the tower to start about here. But I want it to sink kind of awkwardly into the mountainside is what I'm thinking. So let's do like that. Because I'm thinking this will be where we put the honey farm eventually. What's up, chicken? How you doing? Might need to be a bit larger, actually. That's quite small. I could do a front tower on the front. Like a really narrow one that kind of like half sinks in. Yeah, and then we can do like a bigger section here in a second. Hold on, give me a moment. And then let me bring this around how I want it to go. That. Gonna come over here. Kind of like that, and then we'll just fill in on that side. I do have to talk to Short, who's over there. She's my neighbor. We got a neighbor. And see where exactly she's building. She's already got a house up there. But I don't want to impose on her building because most of my stuff. If I could get over here. Like I said, I don't want to impose on her because most of my stuff is gonna go this way, and then come down into the middle. So that'll be our first tower. I might make this do a funky shape as we're going up. Like maybe have it come out and then like lean and come back up, like chicane a little bit. Because I want everything to be wonky shapes. I've been liking playing with shapes. And so I want to continue that here. I'm just going to be using a very neutral palette. And by neutral palette, I mean we're using a lot of dark oak. We're using a lot of deep slate. We're using a lot of spruce. We might have to get blackstone, but we don't have it yet. We're going to use a lot of mud, a lot of podzol, a lot of moss. I might have to get green terracotta just for landscaping purposes. But yeah, I think this is a good start to planning out our buildings. I'm gonna have to do the terraforming first, probably, to know exactly where everything is going, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. To be honest, I'm mostly looking forward to having this area done, because then we'll have a super smelter and we'll probably have some other farms in here, like this underside lowest piece. I may carve out an area in here to put a small creeper farm and some other farms, but you know, we'll cross those bridges when we get to them. So I think this is a good start. It's not anything impressive, but I think it's a good start, especially coming from someone who never plans. Sorry, I'm looking at this from so many different angles. Yeah, I think that's a very good start. I might bring this out as well. Just so I know. Right? Yeah. Like that. Okay. And then this will terraform that. Okay. Okay. We got a lot of work ahead of us, and I am looking forward to it. But for now, I think we're going to jump into building a mud farm, because that is absolutely necessary. Y'all saw fucking nothing. Okay, let's get to it. I think I built this right. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'm a two-head when it comes to redstone, but I am learning. I did use El Mango's tutorial. So if you would like to see the full tutorial for both the bee farm and the mud farm, they are linked down in the description below. And I do have quite a bit of extra dirt. I've also filled this bad boy and this bad boy, so hopefully that will work. I need to just flip that to my offhand. El Mango said to use a non-efficiency shovel, whether that's diamond or netherite, and I don't have netherite yet, so I made us this lovely little spoon. He also said, oh, I might need a block up there, hold on. He also said I may have to clear a few of these before I start getting mud. I've clearly done something wrong, so give me a second, I'm gonna figure it out. Hold on. I fixed it. I big brained it. Not really, that hopper right there. It was just pointing in the wrong direction. So it was a pretty easy fix. But thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a like. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know what you're excited about. Are you excited about the future build? Because next time, we're getting into some terraforming and some building, and ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this. You have no idea. I've been thinking about this build for a while. Thinking about it. Trying to figure out how I'd put it in my long-term hardcore world, and I was failing, and now I don't have to worry about it, and I can just do it. That being said, thank you guys so much. This is the end of the video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and maybe I'll see you guys over on Twitch as well, where we'll be working on our long-term hardcore world. Have a great one, guys. Bye.